Hey gang, Primal Punch here, Cedric here. I'm coming at you with something new, okay? You know about my steel benders helpers, and I'm now doing certifications on all available models, okay? I'll just go ahead and read you this, and then I'm going to go ahead and try to certify for 25 reps on my super intermediate model steel benders helper from Camp Verde Rope and Gear. I'm going to start a Feats of Strength certification list for benders using the steel benders helper. In order to qualify for a steel benders helper feat of strength, you'll need to get your feet on video and share your video. It can be a YouTube video, Instagram, or Facebook video. The feats of strength will be for reps in a particular bending style with a particular model of steel benders helper. The rep count for the feats of strength list for each available model will be 1 rep, 10 reps, 25, 50, 100, 200, and 500 reps. A rep will be counted when at least the pinky knuckles of the bender touch, okay? And when you're doing double underhand, probably your first knuckles or second knuckles are going to touch first. Knuckles got to touch. In a reverse style, now, how we bend, alright? So, it's going to be when the knuckles of this fist hit this wrist here. Pauses between reps must be no longer than 2 seconds, and the steel benders helper must be kept in position at all time. So, you know, whatever bending style you've chosen, you can't come out of position, okay? You cannot come out of position. Where are we at? Your steel benders helper must be allowed to fully extend between each rep, okay? After each rep, no partial reps will be counted. And fully extended, there's a slight bow. Whichever way you're going, it'll work a slight bow. So that's fully extended. All right. But what I'm saying is no partial reps where you only come out a little bit and kind of do little quick burnouts there. If either hand leaves the steel benders helper at any time, the certification attempt is finished. At the last rep, you completed at that point. You can start over, you know, if it was a bad thing, but your count for that particular set of reps there is concluded. You know, you can always start over. Even if you do a partial rep, the certification attempt is not considered over until either one hand leaves the steel benders helper or the steel benders helper is taken out of position. So if you accidentally do a partial rep, don't let that throw you. Just soldier on and do full reps. Your video must clearly show every rep, okay? You may obtain multiple certifications within a single attempt. For example, if you're certifying for 50 reps on the beginning model, you can also obtain the 1, 10, and 25 rep certs within the same attempt. Your name will go up on the list. And at this point I have a dedicated page on my website which has, we've got one guy, our first certifier, and that's Stephen M. out of New Mexico, and he was shooting for 50 reps with his beginning to certify 50 reps, but like, you know, he's getting close to 50 and he just hulked out and he pushed and pushed, and you can see his forearms swelling in the video just through that range of repetitions. So we've got our first guy, and you'll get mentioned in YouTube videos probably once a week. I'll name out our most recent certifiers. You can certify the rep count in each of the 3 main bending styles: double overhand, double underhand, and reverse. And the available models of the steel benders helper are the sub-beginning, super beginning, sub-beginning, beginning, super beginning, sub-intermediate, intermediate, super intermediate, sub-advanced, advanced, super advanced, and that's in level of difficulty. Now for any certification above a beginning, and I'm going to show you how, you'll have to measure your steel bender's helper. So we make sure that it's not someone bending a beginning model but saying it's an intermediate for their certification, okay? Got to keep it all above board. And I'm going to be working on other feats of strength. Bare hand for the hardcores, alright? The bare hand rep certs will be like really hardcore. And maybe timed holds. But for now, we're going to keep it where it is, okay? Now, for any certification on a steel bender's helper above the beginning levels, alright? Once you get into the sub-intermediate up through super advanced, you need to measure diameter and length. So these are the 3 intermediate models, okay? So you can see the difference in length. Here, let's go ahead and so here you can see that difference in length, alright? This is the super, this is your standard, and this is your sub, okay? So super intermediate, intermediate, sub intermediate. And the diameter on the intermediate is always going to be an approximate 1 1/4 inch, and this is how you'll measure it, okay? You show that measurement for the diameter and then the length, okay? And all the super models are going to be between 6 and 7 inches, and the sub models will be 7 to 8 inches, up in that range. Well, 8 plus usually. So say 7.5 to 8.5. And then your standards are going to run between 7 and 8 inches. So standard 7 to 8 inches. Your sub 7.5 to 8.5 inches. And the super, which is what I'm going to try to cert again. Again on the measurement, is going to be 6 to 7 inches. And that's how we're going to determine, which one you're bending, the measurements. So 1 1/4 inch diameter on all the intermediate models, approximate. And then it's 1 1/2 inch on the advanced and 1 inch on the beginning models. That's the diameter. So once you've measured it, you want to keep it on film. I'm going to move these other guys out of the way. Just like any other cert. And once you get going, you can use any kind of wraps you want. I recommend single wraps, because if you put double wraps, it's really going to make the grip tube too large to hold. So I'm going to keep this on film here. Again, I'm going to attempt to certify 25 reps on my super intermediate steel bender's helper. This is a really tough one. I retreated my my standard intermediate, my intermediate steel bender's helper, and it's like a freaking monster now. I'm having to resort to my sub to get the good rep count. It really turned into a beast. So doing this one this is just maybe slightly harder. I shouldn't have messed with it. I was out there, I was working up a big load of steel bender's helpers, and just decided to retreat mine to give it a little more resistance, and really overdid it. Alright, so your count will start when you say, hey, you don't have to say anything, you just start. But, get it up, test it out and everything, and then once you get going, of course we're going to know, you don't have to count your reps out loud, of course, because, your throat will get tight when you're really working those reps. But you can wrap as deeply or shallowly as you need or want. once you start repping. Okay. I'm gonna try to certify double overhand, super intermediate, 25 reps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 2, 3, 54, 55, 7, 8. I have to watch the video, but I think I got 50 good ones. Whew. Oh man. Whoa. I did not think I was going to pull that off. Man. That slays the grip. Oh man. So again, that's a super intermediate steel bender's helper. Using single iron mine wraps, and I gotta watch the video to make sure that I hit every rep, but I got 50 good ones, I'm pretty sure. Felt my knuckles touch every time, so whew, feel good about that. So me and Stephen M from New Mexico are the first two. He's the first one, so that's really cool, and I get to add my name to the list now. So if you have any questions, let me know. I'm building the steel bender's helper to order. I've been getting so many orders that there's no way to keep a stock of them. I'm building them to order and generally getting them out, shipped within a week. Yeah, this is my sub. Since I got you here, I want to show you a nice cool hold that I started doing to make sure that I'm getting plenty of leg incorporated into the workout. Whew, man, that felt good, y'all. It's nice, you get that sense of accomplishment, you know. And that's why I put these certifications up there. Got so many people getting steel benders helpers. I want to acknowledge the gains that folks are making. And I'm hoping to cert 1 rep on my sub advanced in the next week or 2. That sub advanced is beastie. Basically, the way that your progression is going to work, I feel like once you can hit 50 solid reps in, say, the sub-beginning, by that time you should be strong enough to do a rep in the beginning, and so on and so forth, you know. So you get where you can do 50 solid reps with the beginning. You should be strong enough by that time to do at least one full solid rep with the super beginning, and so on and so forth. So these holds to incorporate leg, and make sure that we're incorporating leg, and it's also a hold. So you're going to want to use a steel bender's helper, you know, that you're comfortable doing reps with. You know, not your gold bar, you know, not your gold steel bender's helper. You want to be able to do reps. So the way we're going to go ahead and do this is, whatever, you know, position we're in. If we're doing double underhand, double overhand, you know, go ahead, breathe in, exhale on the down, hold, and breathe in when you release. So and it's a slow release along with your inhale, okay? So feels good, you guys. Feels really good. I haven't really taken a look to see about progress as far as physique since the last time I popped my shirt off doing that last video. So I'm going to go ahead and check. Again, I've been doing my sole upper body workout has been the towel for some pull isometrics, and doing the, you know, the towel pull there, and the steel bender's helper. So my shoulders have gotten larger. Chest is still gaining size and definition. The forearms and triceps, hopefully this will show in the video, I don't know how the lighting is. Really great work along here, and the deltoids are showing really good definition. Hopefully the light is right for this, that this is going to show. You can see that the definition is really starting to come out. You can see some striation in the shoulder muscles. Definite gains, you guys. You know, I'm feeling pretty solid. It's my sub beginning. I'm going to try to hit a 50 rep cert with this while I've got you guys here, in double overhand. So of course I gotta measure it. You know what, I'll save it for another video. I'm just gonna do it for fun. Go ahead and do the chest crush variations. man, I added resistance to my sub beginning as well. I accidentally treated some chalk into it and got it squeaky, and meanwhile my standard intermediate no longer squeaks. But it's like bending a piece of firewood. Feels good, you guys. I just love this workout. I get so much out of it, man. That endorphin rush. I'm really liking the definition that's showing up, the striation in the muscles. It's pretty awesome. So you add the cardio in to the mix, and you got yourself you know, pretty good workout. Of course, you need to do some core work too. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19, 20, 23, 24, 25, 27, 28, 9, 30. That super took it out of me. There's a base level of resistance in all of the models, and I can add resistance to those if you so choose. That's what I've done to my own, just because I'm trying to work my way up and insert at least, you know, the 1 rep on that sub-advanced, and then work up on that and work up to the advanced, or add some more resistance to the sub, because the advanced is just like, it's just next level. Nobody's closed it. Nobody's closed the advanced. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great workout, y'all. So I'm not going to keep you any longer, alright? I know I tend to have these videos run long. So I'm working on like a cool image, so I can have a certificate that I can email to people, as well as you get mentioned in the video and your name listed on the Steel Benders Helper Facebook page and on the dedicated Feats of Strength page on my website, Camp Verde Rope and Gear. So I'm working on a certificate that I can email to you. I'm trying to think of a cool image, you know. So again, there's progress. You look back at the videos that I did, what, less than a month ago, of when I first started, when I first upgraded and invented this new version of the Steel Benders Helper. You can see the results. I'm just really astounded, you guys. It works. And you see how fast you can get pumped. Just quick. Quick. Alright. I'm going to hit one last little set here, and I got to get back to work. Got orders to make. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Whew. I'm gonna have to break out the beginning model to get some more reps in. Oh man, you guys, I'm just really happy. Alright, so you guys live free, punch hard, and bend hard. Alright, and be good to yourselves, because you're worth it, and I dig you, and you can do it. Whatever it is in your life that you're after, do it. Okay, just do it. You know, whatever that may look like. You know, as long as you're not hurting anyone else. If your goals have to do with that, then maybe try to redefine them, or think of something else. But thank you guys very much. Alright, you live free and punch hard, and keep those heads up. Alright, and I'll catch y'all later. Bye. I dig you.